Hey you guys, welcome back to my ministry. We're going to be coming from Matthew chapter 5, starting at verse 14. It says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on the hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." It's so important that you know who you are and that you know what God has put inside of you in this season. This scripture says you are the light of the world, which means that you're in the world. You're in a place that's barren, that's full of darkness. But God made you the light. In Genesis, he spoke to the darkness and said, "Let there be light." So because God was there, because there was prophetic utterance, there had to be light, and darkness had to break away and the light had to emerge. So what God has really been showing me is that you can be surrounded by darkness. You can be walking through the shadow of the valley of death. But if I called you to be a light, if I anointed you, if I gave you this assignment, why do you think that this is any match for who I've called you to be? And a lot of us may be going through doubts right now. We may be in a position to where we're fearful and we don't really understand what to do or how to do it or when to do it, whatever the case may be. But God is saying, I've made you a light, and a light that I've made cannot be hidden. And it may not always be recognized, but that's okay. God is saying is that if it was no use for you in the environment that I placed you in the business that I placed you in the corporation that I placed you in, you would not be there. I put something inside of you, and you've been born for such a time as this. Unless you loose what I put inside of you, your people, the things that I'm calling you to, are gonna stay in bondage. So it's really just like Esther in this moment. When Esther's people were in captivity, they were only going to be loose through her and what she got, what she had. God put her in a position for other people to see the favor over her life. And we're not even going to talk about how with God's light comes favor. God put her in a position to where people would see the favor over her life and see the beauty that God had given her, to give her a position just to later use that position to set her people free. And God is saying, literally, you were born for a time as this. Mordecai, which was Esther's cousin, had to go to Esther and say, hey, look, if you don't help us, then our name is going to perish. Not only ours, but you're a part of our lineage. And God is saying, I've connected you to people and places, and y'all are a part of the same cloth. You might be cut different, but y'all are a part of the same cloth. And God is saying, I need you to do what I put you in that position for. You are the light of the world, and a town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven.